In this video session, I am going to discuss a small variation on the Fibonacci sequence generation. So if you look at the Fibonacci sequence, the only two numbers which are given in the series is 0 and 1. So 1 is 0 plus 1, 2 is 1 plus 1, 3 is 2 plus 1, 5 is 3 plus 2. So normally you are asked to print the Fibonacci sequence from some starting 0, 1 all the way till some endpoint n. Here what I am asking you is to print the Fibonacci sequence between a range R1 to R2. So suppose I say I want to print the Fibonacci sequence starting from 2 all the way till 8. So you should not print 0, 1, 1, 2, sorry, you should not print 0, 1 and 1. You should start printing from 2, 3, 5 and 8. Alright. Now what I will do is, I have a variable called as first which represents 0. I have a variable called as second which represents 1. I have a variable called as next which is also initially 1. Then n is the endpoint. Okay. So let's try to, actually I don't require the endpoint, but let's try to use it. So what I am trying to do here now is, I am trying to, okay, actually I don't require the n, I can just get rid of this, okay, because I'm not using it anywhere. Now what I'm doing is, I'm asking the user to enter the range R1 and R2. Suppose let's say R1 is 2, R2 is 8. Then what I'm going to do here is, just look at how this while loop is constructed. Okay, it's a little different from the normal one. So in this while loop, what I'm doing is, as long as the value of this next happens to be 1, as long as 1 is less than or equal to 8 in our case, I am going to come into the loop. In the loop, my first statement is like this. Since I have said I want to print between 2 to 8, the value of next is 1. Is 1 greater than or equal to 2? It is false. So the first number 1 will not print, which is exactly what I want. Then this we have done already. Second is moved to first, next is moved to second, and next is first plus second. So now next will end up becoming 2. Since next ends up becoming 2, 2 is less than or equal to 8. This condition is true. Then is 2 greater than or equal to 2? This is true. So now I am going to print 2 on the output screen. Then again I am going to move second to first. That means 1 is going to move here, 2 is going to move to second, and next is going to be equal to 1 plus 2 is going to be equal to 3. 3 is still less than or equal to 8. So I am going to come here. 3 is greater than or equal to 2. Yes. So I am going to print 3. Then this particular process will keep continuing till the value of next is equal to 8. It will print 8. But after that, when next becomes 13, 13 is not less than or equal to 8, and you will come and you will stop. Now we will run through this logic with certain test cases to get a better understanding. So what I have done here is, I have asked the user to enter R1 and R2. Let us say the user enters R1 as 2 and R2 as 8. So initial step is, next is 1, first is 0, second is also 1. Okay. So this is first, this is second, this is next. Now what I am doing here is, next is how much? 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 8? It is true. So I am coming in here. Is 1 greater than or equal to 8? This is false. So I am not printing 1. I come here. So what happens here is, here if you see, the value of second has gone to first, and the value of next will be going to second. Okay, the value of next will be going to second. Sorry, this fellow will be going to second. It should be here, not here. Okay, so the value of next will be going to second. Now what will happen to next? Next will be 1 plus 1, which is going to be 2, as you can see it here. Now when you come to 2, is 2 less than or equal to 8? Is true. Then is 2 greater than or equal to 2? Is true. So on the output screen, 2 is going to be printed. Now first becomes second. So first will take the value of 1. Second will take the value of next, which is 2. Then next will become 2 plus 1, which becomes 3. Is 3 less than or equal to 8? Is true. Then is 3 greater than or equal to 2? Is true. So it will now next print 3 on the screen. Then again second will move to first. That means first will now become 2. Okay, first will become 2. Second will become 3. And then next will become 3 plus 2, which will become 5. 5 is less than or equal to 8? Absolutely true. 5 is greater than or equal to 2? Again true. So it will print 5 also on the screen. Once it prints 5, then the value of second goes to first. So first will become 3. Okay, here you can see. And second will become the value of next, which is 5. Now what will happen to next? Next will become 3 plus 5, which is 8. Now 8 is still less than or equal to 8. Is 8 greater than or equal to 2? Yes. So it will print 8 also on the screen. Once it prints 8 on the screen, first will become 5. Okay, first will take the value 5. Here you can see that value 5. Second will take the value of next, which happens to be 8. And then next will take the value of 8 plus 5, which happens to be 13. Now 13 is a problem because 13 is not less than or equal to 8. So I will come here and stop. So what I will do here is, this is how your output is going to look like. So I would suggest you draw a table, take the range as starting from 2 till maybe 35, and take the table with values of first, second and next, and just as I have done, run through the stepwise logic, and then you will be able to understand what is the range of values it is going to print. So this is one more variation on the Fibonacci sequence.